reception for you here in Hungary. I mean, first things first, what have you made of Budapest so far?
Yeah, first of all, hello everyone. It's a great evening, great day. So far, Budapest, I love the city, I love the vibe, I love the people over there. So looking forward to have another chance to visit Budapest for sure.
And Bastian, obviously a few days' time, the Champions League finals takes place, of course, in the Puskás Arena. Today we're here in the Hungary Expo for the E-Champions League. A few words for how these guys might be feeling. There's a lot of money on the line and a big trophy.
Exactly. So, I mean, today it's the showtime, huh? So we have eight contenders for the big trophy. They all deserve to be here, I think. So, but there's only one who probably will be the winner, and so looking forward to see all competing.
There can only be one. I mean, you've done it before in this competition, in the Champions League. You've lifted that before. Have you got any advice for our players here when they're playing at the top level?
On the top level, well, you need to be focused for sure, concentrated, motivated anyway, but it's also to have the right timing to defend in a good way is, I think, very crucial in finals. Finals are always very difficult to play, and there's always something happen, something ununique, so something surprising as well. So that will happen, but I think all of them have already experience, and they know exactly what to do.
It's amazing to have you here. I mean, we can't bring you all the way here to not talk about your item, which is in FC right now. You are an icon in the game, and I want to show you this Trophy Titans 96 rated. Let's start with the rating, shall we, Bastian? What do you think about being a 96 rated in FC?
Well, I'm super happy. I think, no, the 96 is fantastic, so I'm very happy to achieve that. And obviously, the players, they look at it, at the numbers, and I'm very glad with 96 for sure.
I mean, if you look at this, if you're being honest to yourself, Bastian, is there a part where you feel like maybe we've got aggression there, 91? You weren't that angry, were you, as a player, or maybe you were?
Depends. Sometimes you get a little bit of aggressiveness into the game.
Was there a free kick as well? When you get at free kicks, 92 free kicks?
Yeah, that's okay. Free kicks is okay. I'm super happy with the defense number, actually, because that's super important on my position, to not only be the one with the ball, but without the ball, off the ball. It's very important to have defensive strengths.
There's bigger news, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got some big news for everyone who's watching today's broadcast. Brandon, I'll let you take it away.
Well, look, it's not just any base icon, Bastian Schweinsteiger. We've got 10, and I mean 10, of these to give away to you watching on the live stream. Worth over $1 million coins, this item as well. Of course, you'll get it untradeable. But the 96 rated Trophy Titans, Bastian, 10 lucky people watching live now at home are going to win that item. They're going to be excited, aren't they?
Well, I hope so.
Wait a second. FG, I may have slightly changed the plans here because I've just ordered some food in.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused about that. I mean, we'll bring the Just Eat driver in now then, because, yeah, this is becoming a little bit of a theme, Brandon.
Well, I knew Bastian was here, and I thought, look, I've got to welcome him properly, so I grabbed him a bite to eat as well, and myself, but I didn't get you anything in time. Thank you very much. We'll share that very shortly indeed.
Right, okay, well, I'm going to order Just Eat, and if you're watching at home, why not order some Just Eat as well whilst watching today's show? I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure, Bastian, catching up with you, and we're going to see more of you a little bit later on. Are you all right?
I'm all right. We're going to go and eat this in a sec.
Fine, well, for now, let's head over to two more special guests who are joining us in the studio, Richard and Ryan.
You can enjoy your food, chaps. We're going into the finer details of the tournament, okay? Myself, Richard Buckley, alongside Ryan Pessoa. Let's give you the information that you are wanting. Teams, highlights, who to look out for. Let's get into it. These are the squad building requirements for the E-Champions League finals, identical to what we saw in the league phase.
Yeah, very familiar for all the players, and of course the
They haven't got an icon in the game, this
pretty
nation.
decent so far, I guess.
Okay, see, that's a great clue because I wouldn't know where to start. Whereas I would have just.
You know I
gave-
love an
Yeah, I
icon
would
game
say
and guess the player one, but
pretty
they
decent.
haven't got an icon in the game.
I think that was Anders clapping.
Was he clapping me or he was clapping someone?
Yeah,
Do you know what as well,
let's
chat? Should we reveal one of those next champion icon SBCs that could be coming into the game? Remember, it's only one of those 4 players. It's just 4 options that the champion will be allowed. I mean, Shells, you call it. What needs to happen in this second half for me to drop the next one?
I say as soon as we see the next goal, you can drop the next one. How about
The
that?
next goal, right? Let's start with
Right,
Dave.
right here.
There's timing for him. He's 4-0. So Samuel Eto'o is 1. We see this replay, Shells. Lovely through ball, and then Huller just got his head down and ran.
Hull in transition on a 50-50.
year. 90 minutes. on
Guys,
here.
I almost died.
I mean, the thing that he's getting a bit confused
Guys, I
around is
could've
I think the
died
crowd's
then.
making a lot.
They played some nice football between the lines, definitely.
2-2 game on here. Mystery Nation case. We said there's not an icon from this nationality. Is there any other clues that maybe you could give?
Yeah, I will give you a hint as to a color that's in the flag,
Okay.
if that's all right. And I'm going to say red.
Red. So there's red
I know there's
in
a
the
lot of
flag.
those.
There's a lot of red in flags, but they have not got an icon on the game. They've not, technically, as far as I'm aware, they've not got a hero on the game. They've
They do not.
got red on their flag. What is the Mystery Nation? We've got a few more questions coming in as well for Zoltan Gira. I'll put them up on stream in a second. Question coming in from Mario's. Did you ever have a pinch me moment in your career? Maybe it was the goal against Portugal.
Yeah, definitely. Against Portugal on the Euro, that was something special moment for me and also for my country.
What was the highlight of your football career? Was it that, or was there another moment that was your highlight?
I had lots of good memories, lots of good goals. I scored against Manchester United, Chelsea, and the big teams. But I have to say, when we play in the Euro, representing my country, Hungary, I think we played the best game on the Euro against Portugal 3-3. So I think that was the best moment.
Another question coming in here. Who was your idol growing up?
Maradona,
I'm gonna
definitely.
die.
He was the best player I've ever seen. I remember I was 7 years old, 1986.
die.
He played with Argentina. He was outstanding. He won the World Cup for Argentina. So that was a special player.
There's no surprise that he's one of the most sought-after icons on the game as well. They love him. Those that are watching, he is so good.
I can imagine why.
Lovely through ball. Anders
Wow.
has just flipped this game on its head. He was 2-0 down, and he's going into half-time in a 3-2 lead. Just what he does. Unbelievable. From the Serie A champion, it all came from this. Desiree Doué into Baggio. And it was the timing of this pass there. Cruyff, how has he found that? I've got no idea.
I mean, yeah, in my mind, I don't see that pass happening, but that is why Anders is one of the best players in the world. He sees things that are almost not even there, and that was a perfectly timed pass. And now he's back up in this match.
I mean, Cruyff's normally known for scoring goals, Zoltan, but he's become more of a midfielder here. I think the passes he's playing are unbelievable.
Yeah, this pass was phenomenal, unbelievable. Great through pass. You know, the magician players, they are passing like this. Nobody knows what's happening the next time.
I don't think even Samu Gamer knew what was happening there. That was an unbelievable pass there. We are just 2 minutes away from the end of our first half here in the semi-finals. I don't know if Samu's just trying to get Anders to come out and press him at this point, or is he just trying to disrupt the shape? What a start it was from the Italian. He was 2-0 up, as we said. Then it was all about how does Anders get back. And I mean, you only catch about Anders for about 15 minutes, Casey. Next thing you know, he's in a situation like this.
That's the thing. You cannot lose momentum because confidence is everything. And when Anders is hot, he will continue on in this game and be absolutely relentless.
Added time of 1 minute. As it stands, Anders leading 3-2 in the semi-finals. And Zoltan Gira, thank you so much for joining us in
you
the
very much.
Champions League. And thank you for being here. The crowd have loved having you here as well. Please stay with us and watch the remaining of the games. But hopefully you enjoyed your time commentating.
I will, definitely.
Thank you. Zoltan,
Thank
feel
you.
free to take your heads off and we'll catch
Thank
you
you,
soon. The
guys.
legend, Zoltan Gira, joining us in the Champions League semi-final stages here in Budapest. What an absolute legend.
What a legend. I mean, that was so fun. I mean, I have to get to go home and say that I commentated a game with Sultan Gira. So
He was just part of that Fulham team that, in the nicest way, really outperformed in that time, I guess, in the Premier League in terms of the players that they had, maybe sort of pound for pound and the value in the market at the time, but how well they all performed. And under Roy Hodgson, as he said there, even West Brom was incredible.
yeah, and I think it's great, especially now that we're in his home country. I mean, to see everyone in the crowd, how excited they were when he first came out. This country loves him. And so he's definitely a footballer that everyone idolizes here in this country. So it's great to be here in his homeland. And yeah, that's fantastic casting with him.
The Hungarians absolutely love him. And why wouldn't they, with what he's done for his country? 97 appearances for his country. Back into this one now. Anders leading Samu Gamer 3-2. Is he on his way back to another Champions League final? It does seem crazy, Case, that this is the tournament that he hasn't won yet.
No, this is the last one on his bucket list. He's got a very full trophy cabinet at this point, but this is one of those trophies that he does not currently have. So I know he personally really wants to win this one. And he's gotten close before.
Cruyff, Samu, 3-3. It's not done yet by any means. What a perfect start to the second half that is.
That is exactly what you need to do if you're in Samu Gamer's shoes. You need to start off the second half with confidence. As you see the replay coming in here, it all starts off from Jamal Musiala into Hullet. Quick pass into Cruyff across goal, and that is 3-3.
Ryan Pessoa joins us now as well for the second half of this. And what have you made of this so far? Samu Gamer, what's a start, Ryan? And then Anders comes back, lets the crowd know about it, and then what a response this has been from the start of the second half.
Yeah, I actually missed that last goal, but do you know how I knew that? Samu Gamer scored it just from the crowd's reaction. Everyone's rooting against him here, but it's a very, very entertaining game.
3-3. And still to play for here in Budapest. Remember, after this one, Jesus takes on Alian Lyon in the second semi-final. Winner of that will play the winner of this for $75,000. And more importantly, guys, you can choose. I mean, if you could choose, guys, Eto, Vidic, Pirlo, Ribery, who would you be going for? You can choose. I mean, if you could choose, guys, Eto, Vidic, Pirlo, Ribery, who would you be going for?
I think I go Vidic. It's either Eto or Vidic, in my personal opinion, I think.
I like the Eto shout for me. Samu, 4-3. Maybe he might be choosing Pirlo if he is to go through and win the whole competition. 4-3 he leads.
He loves it. He absolutely
and he
loves
is
it.
probably Samu Gamer's biggest fan in the room now.
I'm sure he was doing the same for Nicholas last round, you know. You see the build-up here, the player lock, the triggered runs all around. Look at the space for him, and then the pass across goal made it very, very simple.
Back to the Open SBC, Ryan. Who was you going to say?
I'll be honest, I don't know. Pirlo, potentially.
Eto, Vidic, Pirlo or Ribery. Remember, that is who the champion of the Champions League could be choosing to
There's
go
a lot
into
of
the game.
Ribery fans in the chat.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a lot of Ribery love.
I mean, you tell us, chat, who would you want to see? I mean, my best advice would probably be, whoever the champion is, probably drop them a message. Try and skew their answer, but I'll be honest, they probably already decided before a ball's been kicked in with Budapest.
Sure.
Samu Gamer, are you on for one of the biggest upsets of the Champions League? And all its history is Perez's stop penalty.
What?
It looks a little bit soft.
Wait, I got to see that again.
Then Anders, with a chance to tie this up at 4-4, up steps Baggio, scores. And they're all square at 4-4.
This is Anders at his best here. He's loving gesturing towards the crowd.
This is the kind of atmosphere that he thrives in.
So, hold on. This is it there. The pressing tackle. Oh, I don't know if he's gone to the outside of the boot instead of getting the ball. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, but Anders won't care either way, Casey.
No, absolutely. This is exactly what he needed. That's what got him on his feet here in Budapest. The crowd was not happy about it, though.
I dare you guess who that was aimed towards in the crowd.
It's an easy one. I see him right there.
Well then, 2 more winners. Congratulations. Is it Onyx? UWU, that saved around the corner. Schweinsteiger was my dad's favourite player. It meant a lot for me to get him on your team. Well, guess what? Congratulations. You have just picked up a 96 rated trophy Titan, and MTHGA bumped into Schweinsteiger today in Budapest. The item would be an extra memory. Congratulations. You've also bagged yourself a 96 rated trophy Titan. I love some of these stories, whether they're true or not. I appreciate them.
I hope that one's true.
Same.
You sure you didn't write that, Ryan?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the final two.
I wrote in the chat. I said he played for my local. Would
Yeah.
love this item. Thank you so much. At EA Sports.
You got a lot of coins, Casey. I don't think you need it.
I do. I definitely do.
Look at the team press. Very aggressive.
Samu. Musiala! Saved by Buffon. 25 minutes left in it, and suddenly it's becoming into a real serious Champions League tie, this. Perez. Can he sell 1 or 2 defenders there? Including Yaya Toure and Hincapé. Samu Gamer still, he will love this challenge and love the opportunity here of what's in front of him. Can he go and defeat the world #1? You don't often get a bad Anders for a day, Ryan. You might get a bad Anders for 15 in-game minutes. But when that moment comes, you have to be at your best.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when Anders gets into full flow, everybody knows what he's capable of, and he's got an opportunity to take the lead.
4-4 when it goes into the Champions League final. That's a great effort from Baggio. Tipped away around. It was for a corner. That one's been recycled all the way back through between Perez as it's bounced back. Perez into Cruyff. Buffon with heroics for the Italian. It will be another corner though. Again, not delivered directly into the box, recycled all around the box. There's 20 minutes left to play here. This really could come down to a moment of brilliance. Is that the case here for Samu Gamer? Perez, has he got the legs against Maicon? Is he going to ball roll back inside there? Maybe look for an effort at goal. Cruyff, Doué. Frantic. Last 20 in-game minutes here, hasn't it?
But like this year, the Champions League, we've seen Anders in a lot of these close games. Compared to previous years, he's been somebody that's up by 4 or 5 goals early doors. He's had this game, he's had obviously the Tex game, the Lex game, last round as well. It's always been pretty close for him.
Maicon.
But even looking at his day 1 of league phase as well, I think if you asked him, he would be disappointed with how he did that first day, but he somehow turns it around.
Yeah.
I think after 2 games in the league phase, he had 1 point to his name. He lost against Lex in game 1, drew against Lemmy Devere, then it was against Montaxa, a 7-2 win, which kind of reinstated the charge towards the knockout phase. Musiala, what a pass! Cruyff! Is that the goal to send him through to an Champions League final?
As we see the replay come in here, it all starts off with Ramirez into Musiala, and it is Cruyff. I believe he scored 3 out of 4 of his goals, and there are people on their feet in the stands with their noisemakers. They love that one.
It's going to be a very nervy end to the game for Samu Gamer. What a route to this position as well if he gets a spot in the finals. He would have taken out some massive names along the way.
I mean, there's only a handful of players that have ever beaten Anders Berggang. Is Samu Gamer about to go on that list? You can remember rightly so back to the time that Anders had that incredible weekend league streak of 535 games.
Yeah.
You suddenly beat him, you become a bit of a, you get a bit of a following. Because you've got to be at such a good level.
You're like a cult hero.
But has Samu Gamer got the composure to go and do it? It's the world number one.
And we have to
Taking
remember, he also took out Emre Yilmaz as well. So if he takes
what I'm
out
saying, yeah.
Anders and Emre in his route to an E-Champions League final, I mean, that's
Ridiculous.
the best possible route you could have had.
Has to be perfect, doesn't he, for these next 12 minutes? Party song deflection gives a corner to Anders. Every decision has to be right, because Pires will reinstate the lead just 2 minutes later. We're all square again.
Just straight from the corner, you can see he builds up. Well, this bit of defending from Samu was a bit rash. You thought that Bergan was going to go for the recycle, just gets the ball roll inside.
Apologies for any language there from Anders in the celebrations. I mean, he survived about 1 minute 15 game seconds there, Case, that lead.
Yeah, that is how this game is going. I feel like we might see another goal here in the final minutes. I mean, there's just so many celebrations going on.
It was a weird way he gave the ball away before that for the throw on. I don't know what he wanted to do. But then obviously there's a few extra steps there to end up conceding it, a couple mistakes.
Samu Gamer, how are your nerves? I said to him earlier backstage, if you were to play Anders, how hard is it not to sort of play the occasion that you're playing against a level of play of Anders? And he went, for me, it is hard, but I'm just going to play my game. He didn't change his team at all, Ryan, from Manchester. Same coins available, of course, didn't change the team at all.
Yeah.
One of the only players in the 8 not to do that.
I feel like it makes sense though, because you know what's got you to this stage. You trust the players already in your team. You'd have spent dozens of games practicing with those exact players in the tactical setups. I think it makes sense.
And for Anders, 3 changes he made to his team from Manchester to now. Parchi Song in for Schweinsteiger, Yaya Toure in for Baggio, and Cruyff in for Musiala. Those are 3 of the changes, which might surprise you because Musiala was pretty good value for money in Manchester. Into our final 10 minutes now. Winner goes through to the grand final here in Budapest. They'll be taking on Hezzers or Allianz Lion. That's up next. But who's going to win this one? Are we going to need extra time, penalties, more late drama in the E-Champions League? Well read there, Musiala onto Musiala. Of course, the change I was saying there for Anders was his starting 11. Musiala is still part of the substitutions and the overall squad within the budget. Another pause comes in by Anders. He's clearly not happy with something here, Ryan.
He's got an attack here and he's in a very, very good position.
He read that one well, didn't he? Final 4 minutes now. You grab a goal, you probably win the game. Doué into Cruyff! He always delivers on the big stage. No matter where we are in the world, one thing's consistent, and it's this man's quality. Is he heading towards another E-Champions League final?
As we see the replay of the last goal here, it all starts off with Yaya Toure, but the most important part of this is that double tap through ball because it goes directly to Cruyff's feet. And you know what? Anders is on his feet, so.
And to take the touch there, that side, because if you're taking it forward, I think the slide tackle would have got there. Whether it would have been a penalty or not, we will never know.
How this game has changed, Kay. Samu Gamer probably about 3 minutes ago thought he was heading towards the final. Now he's not.
Yeah, it's a tough one to start off so strong against a player like Anders. And he was feeling confident, but you never let your guard down against a player like him. But he should be proud of his performance here today.
Can he get it back?
Of course, there's plenty of time. Anders made a pause or cued a pause, clearly because he wasn't happy with something. Samu Gamer scored a lot of goals in this tournament, and he will know it's just one good attack from just keeping his tournament alive, and he'll be locking in hoping this could be it.
He knows the quality's there, Samu Gamer, but just that mental side. Can he believe? Can he back himself? He's already scored 5 times against Anders. Can he do it for a 6th time to take us into extra time? Samu Gamer, back over to you. A minute and a half left, plus any additional time. Is he on his way back to another Champions League final? Rashford into Totti. What to say, Cooper? Corner. Played short and then recycled all around the midfield and defence of Sassuolo. Where is that killer pass? Where is that key player lock to unlock the door to Anders Vergaan? One big win here. He's back off to an Champions League final. Rashford, Totti, Cruyff, there's Party Song.
Okay.
Brought into the team for the finals. And maybe that's why he was brought into the team to change his luck and chances.
Incredible bit of defending, just to manually step across because there was a bit of an opening there.
Game management now. He's there. It's in his hands. A spot of the Champions League for a 2nd year in a row. No Emre Yilmaz. He's back there. And he's 1 game away from being crowned Champions League champion in Budapest. He might not be the fan favourite anymore, but he's certainly been entertaining his crowd since the first ball was being kicked. Casey is there and he's on his way.
Absolutely, as we see his interactions with the crowd here. But he's done it. He's through to the final. Commiserations to Samu Gamer.
Well, up next, it's semi-final number 2. It's Allianz Lion takes on Anders. The winner takes on Anders in the grand final. That's up next.
What year was the Champions League final held here?
Bro, please. 2020, 2014.
1978.
2016.
2005.
I will say 2006, Arsenal, Barcelona.
2020.
Pretty close. 2022.
It's not close.
Maybe it's 2017.
2016, no.
2021.
I hope they never hosted. I think 2016.
2007. 2019.
That's tricky. 2008.
2010.
2019.
I think it was 25.
Like 2005.
17.
Maybe 2005 then. 2004.
What are you doing? Why are you doing that now? You did.
This is Chris. He plays EAFC on PlayStation tournaments, winning FC points, cash prizes, and even a few exclusive experiences easily. But how? On his PS5, Chris launched EAFC, found PlayStation tournaments, and registered. It's that easy. New tournaments daily. Win avatars, FC points, and more. Compete, win, and play. Win avatar and register. It's Chris launched EAFC, found PlayStation tournaments, and registered. It's that easy. New tournaments daily. Win avatars.
Qatar Airways, official airline partner of the UEFA Champions League.
Fighting for the right to sit on the throne on top of FC. This means so much more than you think. And every single person is on their feet. Simply unbelievable. Your FC Pro World Champion. We end the season in Paris at the FC Pro World Championships, 22nd to the 26th of July. But before we get there, we need to find out who will be taking the E-Champions League there. We've seen some unbelievable moments during the E-Champions League, but it is time for the mascot moment of the tournament. And Shells, there's only one place to go. Anders versus Tex. It was the best drama-filled game of FC, maybe ever.
Yeah, I mean, maybe ever indeed, because that first matchup we saw them in the Pro Open, I mean, it was kind of a dominant side from Anders. And this game from Tex, I think we all kind of expected Anders to come out on top, but Tex showed his prime self and the confidence that he still has in himself, and he really gave it his all, and we thought he done it.
It was a truly remarkable game. I think the thing that made it not only a fantastic game, but the mascot moment of the tournament was the level that Tex showed.
Yeah.
We didn't know if he still had this in the locker.
I mean, I did. I think with Tex, we associate with him with winning so much. When he doesn't finish top 4, top 8, you think, oh, he's failed or he's washed, blah, blah, blah. But realistically, he's still top 10, top 15. I mean, I still regard him as one of the GOATs in my opinion, but...
And this also improved it not only to us, but to himself.
Yeah, and I think that's the main thing for Tex. I think he had a long time coming with confidence issues. I'm not saying that's what he thinks, but he hasn't been winning the tournament, but it doesn't mean he can't still do it. And I think that result right there, I know it didn't go in his favour, but it should give him the confidence he needs for the World Championships.
Absolutely. Well, on the man who shared the mascot moment of the tournament with him, Anders Vergang, the Grand Slam is still on in the grand final of the Champions League, but we've got to find out who he will be joining. FG, big games coming.
Big games coming indeed, and it's not just big games we're going to talk about. We're going to focus on FC as a whole because we have got some breaking news for you here. Ryan, there's going to be a brand new patch coming to FC very, very soon. What can we expect?
Well, there's quite a few things that are being changed in the upcoming patch. So we're going to start off by looking at the bruiser changes. And I feel like a lot of people that have been giving feedback have been harping on about this in particular. You're going to see some clips on the screen of different variations of a tackler and a dribbler. The key notes is that ultimately bruiser will still have an impact if you have high strength and bruiser plus, for example. But if you're up against, let's say, a winger that has enforcer or high strength, they're able to battle against those defenders and still maintain possession.
Okay, so we've got the bruiser, like you just said. What else can we expect then as well? Tell me a little bit more. I want to hear more.
This is one that I think will have a big impact on champions, rivals, and also obviously the FC Pro. ecosystem in terms of how the games are going to be played. Team press has been prevalent this year in particular. It's not going to be as effective, especially in the defensive half anymore. This is what it was beforehand. You can see the players, they're doubling up, they're putting pressure. They're not only containing, but they're so close to the attacker that they win possession for the defender. You can see afterwards, there's a lot more space. Yes, they are containing and around other players in position, but they are not as aggressively pressing the person in possession of the ball and also the passing options as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it definitely is so refreshing and exciting to see another patch coming in game. Brandon, talk to me from a casual player's perspective, because it's not just in-game where there's things coming for us. There's something very special for everyone.
Absolutely. Well, look, EAFC always listen to the community as possible. Even more so, tomorrow night there is going to be a live stream on the place where you're watching this right now over on Twitch. EA Sports FC, the FC Direct stream will be running live about that patch. But big news that a lot of people will be looking at, even you, so I can see the smile, FG. If you log in on Ultimate Team from the 5th of June onwards, the Festival Football campaign is around the corner, the promo, and guess what? You can pick up a Festival Football Pele just for logging in for free. There's potential, of course, evolutions, 3 different choices there with different positions. There's also some upgrades, some updates with the evolutions and a new tokens style of reward that is coming to the game as well. So I'll check that out on the 5th of June onwards. Check out the patch.
Mate, that's unbelievable. I can't wait to use it. I'm logging straight in. Let's take a look then at the bracket where we are at. We've got one of our finalists, Anders Vergang. What a performance. Got your breath back? Yeah, Brandon?
Just about. I mean, I was also writing all the notes down from Zoltan Gira. I mean, what a career. I mean, Bobby Zamora loved him. Danny Murphy loved him. But yeah, I love that semi-final as well. Anders Vergang, every time Sammy went in front, he always came back.
Yeah, and our amazing live audience definitely added to the atmosphere here, Ryan. Have you found yourself in a position where people have been against you in a game of FC? Because I'm not sure I've seen that before.
Not as much as Anders. Everybody pretty much in the stands wanted him to lose. And I think that pushed him on a little bit. Some players might be feeling a little bit of a way about it, but Anders Vergang was sensational to get back into it, because I thought Samu Gamer played a pretty professional game in terms of game management, but he just didn't have enough towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely. The stats are on the screen behind us as well as always, Brandon. It was a cagey affair, but Anders, he just finds a way. And, well, he's in the final. He's 1 game away from the Grand Slam.
It's scary because in his interview as well, he said, I don't, if I'd even need to use all my energy, and on paper, I'm going to win this game. It's always so confident for him. But the missing part of the puzzle, as much as you say he's not bothered about it, he is. It's the Champions League. He wins that. He has won everything that an FC Pro player can win, and he's only 20 years old. Ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I mean, listen, let's focus on our next semi-final, which is coming up imminently. Ryan, quickly, Allian Lion against Hezers. Which way is this going to go? I need an answer quickly.
Alihan.
Hezers.
Well, listen, I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? It's hard to split these two. One thing's for certain, Anders Vergang is waiting for one of our semi-finalists in the final. Let's get it underway.
Like, this is my goal in my career to win the Champions League.
Finesse shot into the top corner.
Win the Champions League will be like the best thing that it happened to me in EAFC.
Great start from Hezers, and he'll be hoping this is the year he gets his hands on the trophy.
You can't stop him right now! Hezers is going to the top 4.
I'm up with my level, just playing and hoping it will be enough.
I think I'm one of the best.
Hezers versus Alihan. 1 spot remains in the E-Champions. Let's welcome them out to the stage, because Anders Vergang has got a very keen eye on who he will be facing in your ECL Grand Final. They only matched a couple of weeks ago in the E-Champions League group stage. Alihan beat him 6-5. They matched last year. Hezers won 7-6. Hezers beat him a couple of years ago, 10-3.
Couple close games.
Couple of close games. Not possible without our fantastic help from PlayStation, providing all the hardware all season long for many tournaments to take place. Shells, you're in the commentary booth with me. Do you look at the quarterfinals much? The opponents? how they won. Alihan 6-4. Jesus squeaked over the line against D. Fernandez. What would you read into it?
Oh, it's a tough one. I think Alihan would definitely, I'd say, have the stronger momentum going into this game, taking down a player like Nasada, and of course having such a strong start he did. And some of the goals he was scoring as well was quality stuff. First game on the day, and that's the type of attacking football you want to see. But Jesus is no player to be underestimated, and I think the way how he's changed his play style, this is type of, I guess, changes you got to do if you want to become a real champion. I think Jesus, he could do it today. I think he's got the ability to.
He certainly can. It seems as though he's matured the way that he's playing as well. He's keeping the ball better. He's in these less end-to-end frantic games of FC. Are we seeing the full package here from Jesus starting to emerge?
We may be, because as you can see, with Jesus before, when he played, it was so chaotic going forward, and sometimes he would kind of lose games in certain situations where it's kind of unforgivable to say, and you can say the mature is the right term to use. And I think for Jesus, playing against Ali in line, he's going to get the ball back. And in transition, Jesus is dangerous with through balls, and I think that could work in his favour.
And we've got a very, very special guest in the commentary position with us, somebody who knows both players very, very well. The virtual Bundesliga champion. He's had a fantastic season. What a start from Alihan Line that would have been. Nasada joining us on commentary. First things first, thank you for coming on. I know you are still disappointed with today's tournament. However, it felt as though if anybody could help us break down the man that we're seeing here on the screen, Alihan Lion, it is yourself. You've played him a couple of times this season. It seems like he is on fine form right now.
Yeah, Alihan, even in the VBL, he was literally destroying everybody from the Swiss until the final. And yeah, I knew when I'm sleeping against Alihan, he will basically destroy me too. It was 30 minutes, he scored 5 goals already. So I think against Cesar it will be the same, because I think they are both just attacking and Alihan will score. If Cesar wants to have a chance, he has to score too.
Well, you can see him in the commentary position with us. Nasada is here. If you've got any questions about his season, he's still got plenty to play for with the World Championships only a few weeks away, or any gameplay tips, I'm sure Nasada, maybe Shells,
don't know about me, innit?
can help out. Alihan Line, what a start, Shells. 1-0 up in the early stages.
I mean, it's just like the game against Nasada. Going forward, I think, respected to both players, even Hezes themselves, going forward, it's kind of hard to guard against them, and it's kind of unguardable at times. So it's not necessarily bad defending, but these guys going forward, it's literally the best of the best. So I think we're going to see plenty more goals coming in this game.
Well, I can see everyone in the chat as well, still continuing the conversation. Alihan Lion just about dispossessed there. On Bastian Schweinsteiger, we do have 2 more Trophy Titan Bastian Schweinsteigers to give away. Continue those comments coming through the chat at home. We will be picking 2 more winners in this game that will be awarded with 96 rated Bastian Schweinsteiger. What is it about Alihan in particular, Nasada, when you look at his gameplay? Because I feel as though he has improved a lot this year as well, from where we saw him in the Pro Open to now.
Yes.
It looks more complete.
Yeah, I think Alihan was like always, maybe for the last 2 years, one of the best attackers in the world. But I think his defense got better because, for example, last season he was just rushing out with the center backs, but now he basically know now how to rush and when not to. Great goal from Jesus.
Jesus 1-1. We'll continue the conversation on Alihan shortly, but he's so composed, Jesus.
And I think with Jesus, he scores like the easy FC goals that you want to score. Just the first time through balls, the through balls in behind, kind of unguardable to a time. So when you get that going, it just opens up everything else. And Jesus, listen, he's not going to go down without a fight.
Absolutely not. Let's. You were talking there about Alihan before Jesus interrupted. What else do you think that sort of has helped him this year? I actually look at the team, the Champions League requirements. I actually think that plays into him as well.
Yeah, I think even for him, he plays as a striker, Hazard. Nobody else does, but because he's always scoring so much finesses, every time when he's around the box, he will score a finesse. I think the rule set in the Champions League, the goalkeepers are much worse than the normal rule set, and Alihan takes advantage of that.
Yeah, we said it earlier when we were watching his gameplay, me and Ryan, 80%, 85% of his goals, all finesse.
Yes.
So Nasada, for a question from me, do you think it was just kind of first game on, it was trying to playing a guy like Alihan first game on, as you can see, Hezes going in behind with Ruud Hullet. Can he make it 2? It's shot the wrong way.
Should have been 2.
Should have been 2 from Hezes. He knows he should be scoring that. But first game on against Allian, was that kind of just a tough matchup?
Yeah, I already taught this to my coach. For example, when we played in the VBL, we both played already 3 games, so I basically competed in the game. And Alihan is a player, I think when you wake him up at 5 a.m., he will still play the same as he's playing with 10 games before. And yeah, for the first matchup against somebody like Alihan, it's really, really tough because when you sleep the first minutes, you will get destroyed. This happened to me. So
it's so funny you say that because obviously we got here quite early today. Hezza's coming forward with Ruud Gullit, strikes at the near post. There was only one person here when we arrived in the venue at like 12 midday.
Just Alihan. Yeah, he has a crazy mentality too.
So he's drawing at the minute against Hezza's. Mistake there from the Italian. Could give Alihan a chance to come forward. Musiala. Just see the runners off the ball there. Is he lining up the finesse? There's Eden Hazard, but good defending from Hezza's.
As you can see, Alian in the 4-4-2 Nasada. What's your opinions on it playing against, as you can see, another first-time through ball. Jamal Musiala with a low driven.
Hezza's unlucky.
He's been called into action 3 times already. Buffon.
You can see with Hezza, what I'm talking about with the first-time through balls, just making them easy chances. If you get in those looks throughout the game, it's most likely going to work in your favor. But with the 4-4-2, it's not really been the most popular this year. But going forward, it's one of the hardest formations to stop. What was it? Was it really hard to slow down Alian? Or
for me, I wanted this game. I wanted
you wanted
because I was sure I'm better at this. But I was sleeping the 30 minutes. That's why. And when you play 4-4-2, you just have to attack. It's impossible to not, because if you don't, you will concede 100%.
We've got plenty of people in the chat, Nasada, that are big fans of yours, and we've picked out some of the best questions for you as we're just about to come out of this pause very quickly indeed. I actually think it's Hezza's, just looking on my shoulder, that they're doing VOD review right now with their coach. These are the questions coming in. Mano Neva, Nasada, what was the biggest challenge you faced while trying to become pro?
I think the biggest challenge was you shouldn't be frustrated when you play, for example, against top players.
Is it onside? He's just going to keep it in there. He's offside.
You just have to realize that the top players are just human too, because you can reach this level too. That's the most thing, because maybe you will get concede 10 goals against somebody and you think it's impossible to reach that level. That's the one thing you shouldn't do.
One coming in from Dallas. Nasada, what has been your best memory in this year's Champions League?
I think my game against Levi de Weert, because I lost to him 2 times in the FC Pro Open, and it was nice to get my revenge. And
one coming in from Scott. What has been your favourite items to play with in this year's Champions League? As Hezza's, that's 3 big chances though.
You got to convert one of those. I think for Hezza's, he knows, because at the line, he will be lurking around the box and he only needs a finesse shot to counter him at, but he needs to convert one of those chances.
Favourite player to use in this year's Champions League?
Ruud Gullit.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's too good.
That's Ruud Gullit playing the pass, and Hezza's does get his goal that he's been working towards.
Yeah, just matter of time.
I mean, this is where it's going to be very interesting to see how Alian responds, because we know going forward he's very well, but defensively he seems like he's been struggling to slow down Hezza's, and if he doesn't find an answer for him, Hezza's could definitely get the next goal opportunity, but what a start from Hezza's.
What do you think of the pauses in the game? Because we don't see a lot of the actual things being changed, or we don't look at the tactics. How often are you pausing to make changes or VOD review? How often are you pausing just to go, I just need a break here?
For me, it's when I feel like, okay, the momentum is on the opponent's side.
Yeah.
Because when I feel like, okay, I'm feeling not confident in that moment, then I pause the game and just try to break the momentum. I think this is, for me, the only reason why I pause the game.
I have a question as well. You're quite an expressive player with your emotions, which is nice to see. You show your frustration, your happiness when things are going well and when things are going wrong. But is it easy for you to stay in the right mind zone? Is that why you're able to show that frustration? Or is it just, you're just used to it? It's comfortable at the same time.
We'll get the answer in a second, because Jesus has just got a third.
Jesus is doing really good, to be honest.
3 goals to 1.
About the question again. I think if I would be not able to concentrate when I show my frustration, I wouldn't be this consistent for this year, because I'm already always doing it. But I feel like if I get to this too, like just stay focused, maybe like a player like Levy, because he never shows emotions. I think it would bring me to another level. Okay.
I was looking through the stats from this season, FC 26. I don't think you've ever finished this year outside the top 8 in any tournament. The Pro Open and this were the lowest finishers, quote unquote.
Yeah, not even like in the VBL showdowns. We had like 5 showdowns with a teammate. We only finished minimum of top 4. Like my worst finishings were top 8 in Pro Open and top 8 in the E-Champions League now.
Well, while Alihan Lyon comes forward there, Jesus does tackle the ball back. I believe our good friend Case is out and about in the crowd, and someone else is wearing a shirt. Case, who's lucky winner now?
Another lucky winner in the crowd. What is your name?
My name is Leo.
All right, nice to meet you, Leo. All right, you are going home with a PSG kit. Obviously, they're in the Champions League final, so there you go. And if I have to ask you, how are you feeling about this competition? What do you make of it all?
Well, it is great. The fans are amazing, and I super enjoyed.
All right, well, Leo, thank you so much. I'll let you get back to your seat. Enjoy the competition. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to Leo as well, winning the PSG kit right there. Alihan Lyon, we joined the gameplay back in front. He's surprised that he's not took a shot there.
I think he's not playing confident. Yeah. For example, when he was playing against me, he was taking every shot possible, but right now he doesn't play confident because he's maybe 3-1 down right now.
How can that change so quickly, though? He just beat you in a rematch that you went in, I think we all said, as favourite from the VPL as well. And now he's lacking confidence. Is it nerves? Is it...
I think it depends on the player. For example, for me, I thought like Alihan would play against everybody the same, but
wow, should be 4.
I think Jesus had even more chances. Yeah, Jesus is playing better right now. Alihan has to play better the second half to win it.
It's incredible, Shells, how quickly things can change.
Yeah. But of course, it also depends on your opponent, as Lasada said. There's so much things that's involved. There's Hez has missed another opportunity.
This could be 7.
It could be 7.
Actually unlucky.
And you could think later down the line in this game, Alihan has more than enough time to turn it around. And if he equalizes it, makes it 3-3, 4-4 down the line, he will be thinking about the missed chances.
No, Salah on the finesse at the near post. At this point, if you're in this game and you're Alihan, you see 5 minutes away is half time. Are you just thinking, just get to half time, then we can pause, we can try and reset?
I think when I'm in this situation, I would just try to score one more goal, so it's just one goal difference. But
that's what he might do here. Ball roll scoops in on the edge of the box.
He doesn't take the shot. Against me, he would have shot.
But I think you know as well how quickly things can change when you play against the best player. The momentum, you can't. The 9-minute half, you can't really play your top level throughout the whole game. You're playing against the best players in the world, and things change throughout time. It's about surviving the tough periods and then making sure you can switch on and take your chances.
Yeah,
when you
that's
can.
true. That's true.
Approaching half time, Alihan Lyon trailing 3-1 here. Very, very tough game.
You see the patience from Alihan just waiting, trying to make sure he gets the last attack. You see the team press activate from Hezes. Great dribbling. Oh, yeah.
Mo Salah on the finesse. He cannons off a defender, and that will do us for half time. Hezes is halfway to an E-Champions League grand final, and you can see Alihan Lyon get an earful from the coach.
I mean, you can even think that little last block there from Hezes, I think he needed that block, because you can see Alihan slowly starting to get into it. And with a couple missed chances in that first half, he scored there. Things could have, that second half, going into that second half, momentum could have switched easily.
Yeah, even now, the game is like so quick, going one way to the other, and against Alihan, you always know 2 goals isn't enough.
That's what I was going to ask you in this game. If Alihan scores the next goal, do you see him just going on?
I think so. I think
scoring.
If Alihan scores 1 goal, he will get pushed again, and then when Alihan plays with confidence, it's close to unders in my opinion.
Ooh. That could be a final.
Yes.
But Jesus is the man stepping in to face Anders Vergang right now. 45 minutes away is the Italian. It feels like for the last 2 years, maybe 3 years, since finishing as runner-up in the E-Champions League, Jesus has been the nearly man. He's been that player in the top 8 of the World Championships or the top 16 of the E-Champions League, but what he's showing right now, Shells, is some of his best form.
Yeah, and I think when he changed I first noticed change his defensive style, which is the most important thing, was back in Pro Open. So I think for him, he knew he had to just switch something, and it shows that hard work really does come out on top at the end of the world. And maybe it is for Jesus, it's time to kind of not
win the title,
not because he did nearly man.
Alihan Lyon probing on the edge of the box. There's Hazard. Is he going to be able to get a shot away? Musiala turns right into Thuram. And how impressive is this from Jesus to only allow Alihan to score 1 goal, Nasada?
Yeah, like I said, for me it's crazy because I played Alihan right now, and I thought like in the first 30 minutes it's impossible. And how Jesus is doing it, and Jesus had even like way more chances. I really respect Jesus for that.
We talk about Jesus as well. I'm sure there's probably games here and there spotted around. What does he do so well when you're playing against him?
Jesus is just like he plays the same speed as Alihan, but maybe it doesn't look like it. But when you look at Jesus, he passes 4 or 5 passes maximum before he shots. It's like crazy. And I think his incisive passes, like you said, it's really, really good.
You see Ruud Gullit in every attack as well. He's either making the pass or scoring the goal. Those central midfielders, integral to everything. There is Ruud Gullit again with a finesse.
I think when you got the box-to-box midfielders, especially with that lengthy kind of running style, you send them on the trigger, and the decisive pass, you have to track it. If you don't, you're going to give away easy chances.
I mean, you look at the legs in that midfield.
Yeah.
Yaya Toure, Ruud Gullit. I think it's Ramirez as well that's in there.
And it even helps with the defensive side of the game, trying to cover the lanes, be the physical side, win the 50-50s. A lot of things do come down to it.
I mean, back when you were sort of competing at the very top.
You say now, it's like a long time ago.
Vieira was integral.
That was my
Ruud
guy.
Gullit, Laurent Blanc.
Yeah.
These players had to be in the team.
Had to be. Of course, now with play styles, things have changed. You can kind of maybe make sacrifices somewhere else. But it's good to see Gullit still running around.
Musiala into Ruud Gullit. Could this be a 4th goal? Could this be the dagger for Jesus? Not quite yet.
They're both playing the last spots not good enough. It's right now both are like not concentrated with 100%.
I've also got another question to start. Of course, playing against a guy like Alihan, I know you're such an attacker. Hold on. I know you're an attacker yourself and you love to go forward. Do you ever think about maybe slowing the game down because of his attack, or do you just kind of stay to your game?
Like I said, I was sure that I will play like my own 4-4-2 game and just try to score more than him because I have the opinion that I'm better in this. That's why I just play with it.
Yeah.
Well, there's been plenty of people in the chat wanting Bastian Schweinsteiger's item, and we can reveal a couple more winners for you. Lekon James, 23. Schweinsteiger play was majestic. I have every club kit he's played for. Congratulations. You are one of our winners. As the second winner, Ed McBee, 13. It would annoy my pal, so it would be quite funny if I got him.
That's the best winner of today, if I could.
Congratulations, EDMCKB. You are a winner. We've got 2 more to give away in our grand final. Not too long away. Speaking of the grand final, right now, Jesus is going to be there, leading 3-1 against Alihan Lyon. And I've got to say, Nasada, nobody predicted this game. We thought there'd be goals.
Yeah, for me it's the same because they play both fast. I think in the beginning they both scored, so it was like, okay, Jesus was much better and he had like really, really much chances. And like I said, in the last spot they are not like clean enough. They have to be more concentrated in that area.
This could be a chance. This could be the 4th goal. Right, Perez into Musiala. Plays the extra pass. And again, he's put it wide.
Jesus really unlucky. That's what I'm saying.
How many chances have gone wide of the goal?
It's crazy.
You can see the replay here. The play lock into Musiala, waiting for the run. I mean, it was a bit of a forced pass here. You can see it through him on Rashford.
That's what I mean. Normally, he doesn't do this.
It was a bit of a forced pass, but you got to hit the target from there, Jesus. You'll be kicking yourself if you don't win this game.
If he does win this game, you can't miss those chances against Anders Bergen.
No way. When you miss this against, when you realize right now, Alihan scored once and he has like good spots, but he's not taking them. Anders will take every one of this. That's what I mean. It's impossible.
I mean, it's kind of a good thing for Headers at the same time to know that you're creating the chances, you're still defending well, but this game could have been wrapped up 8-7-1 a long time ago.
At half time.
But yeah, you also got to know, if you're going to play against Anders, he is just one of the best finishers we've ever seen. You can see the game against Tex, the 119th minute, the choice of finish every single time, it is superb. So he has to change that in the final if he gets there.
20 minutes ago, RB Leipzig looking for a grand final. However, Alihan Lyon hasn't been able to put it together here against Jesus.
Ramirez.
Jesus defending really well right now.
Very similar to what he did in the quarterfinals, though. Defended really, really well against Di Fernandez. Totti can't find his way through, and once again, Yaya Toure, Ramirez, Ruud Gullit all seem to be
great spot.
Getting in defensively. Marcus Rashford does find Ruud Gullit, but it's a bundle through.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Nasada. It just feels like in the final third, they just want the easy chance rather than maybe just being a little bit more brave or a little bit slow in certain situations. But you can tell they just want the game to wrap up slowly. But here for Alian, with a finesse. Oh.
It's probably what, the first time we've seen him do that? A finesse on an angle?
Yeah, but this one was not the perfect angle. This was not the angle he's normally getting. That's what I mean. He was just trying to do something, but it's not good for Alian right now.
Jesus sending runners forward. Musiala in possession. Is Yaya Toure onside? Yes, he is. Fans of the post. Centimetres.
Game's at match.
Jesus 4-1 up against Alihan Lyon. And the midfield that's been running the show put Alihan Lyon's final curtain on his E-Champions League.
Yeah, in open space, it's so hard to stop these track centre mids. You can see Yaya with a creative one, just to push him upside in the middle. It's hard for Alian to try and track. And Jesus, I'm not going to lie, I thought he might have missed. I thought he might have missed. So the fact he scored, I know he's been a big relief for that one.
How disappointed will Alihan be in his own performance here as well? Because we've not seen, he scored so many goals. He scored goals all season long.
Yeah, I think
in the biggest game, he's only scored one.
Yeah, I think you saw it in the reaction when he conceded. I never saw him hit the desk, and he did it once. I think one goal is not enough. For a player like Jesus, he's really attacking. You have to score more goals. And I thought he will get the momentum by beating me and then go, because it's the same gameplay. Jesus and me play the same pace, and Alihan did it really great against me. That's, I don't know.
Do you also think it could be a formation style, whereas defending in a 4-4-2 for himself is a bit... It's not going to be as strong as a 4-4-1 or 4-5-1. So,
that's true.
So their pause attackingly is different. That's the same, but there are still changes.
Yeah. Jesus playing really, really well, to be honest.
Well, while we're on this pause, Nasada, it's been an absolute pleasure you joining us. Thank you very much. Gracious in defeat, and good luck at the FC Pro World Championships.
Thank you.
There was the virtual Bundesliga champion, Nasada, casting his eye on someone he knows very well in Alihan Lyon. And I mean, even he's saying Nasada, Shells, he knows him so well.
Yeah.
He's just not performed well.
It's hard because you're playing against the best player in the world. So I guess when you do have a disappointing result like this, it hasn't been that great from Alian. We have not seen the same Alian we saw in the game one, and that is for sure. But Hez has just shown the level that he's also playing at. And maybe, like I said, we haven't really talked about him much about winning the tournament, but could be his time.
When we came today and we had 8 players left, not one single person had Hezers winning the E-Champions League. He's one game away, Chels.
But that just sounds like we don't think he's a good player. The thing is just so hard to beat some of the best players. Yeah.
We did predictions. He's not in there. and he's 5-1 up. He's going to the Champions League final. He will take on Anders Vergang. 2 players who have been runners-up in this tournament. One of them will get their moment to lift that title.
You can see Hez is there finally just putting the nail in the coffin. He's getting the goals that he's been looking for all game. And I mean, this final matchup between Anders and Hezers. This is kind of similar to the Anders and Sammy Gamer matchup. I think they both play very similar, good defensively on attacking as well. They scored the easy through balls, and I think for Anders, he has to be switched on. And the way our Hezers is playing now, if he converts these chances and keeps playing like this, he's going to give Anders a run for his money.
Good talk on the other side of it as well. How will Alihan Lyon be feeling right now? You've played in games maybe where you've had great success, but also you've walked off the stage and thought, I could have done better there, or I didn't show myself, I didn't show my true level. He will be having those thoughts and feelings even right now in the 83rd minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, Alian, because you can see with his mentality, he wants to win it all. You can see he's kind of got that machine kind of look on his face. You can see Hez's through goal once again, a cheeky little lob with Rashford just to seal the deal. I mean, Hez, we've done this in the first half. We could have this wrapped up a long time ago.
It'd been 10-11.
It could have been 10-11, but you can see Hez is just finding to punishing Alian. But he's a young kid, Alian, and he should be proud of his performance. Top 4 in the ECL.
One better than last year.
One better than last year. One step closer, and he's proven his quality by beating Asada, the guy that he lost to in BBL finals. So it goes like that sometimes. You can't win them all, but I'm sure he'll be back for the next one.
We will see him at the FC Pro World Championships due to his virtual Bundesliga performance, finishing in the top 2. But right now, it is Hez's time to shine here in Budapest. $50,000 going to his name, guaranteed, and a chance to lift the Champions League title.
I will say one thing about Alian about how he might be feeling. You can see from game 1, like with the finesse shots, he kind of lost that confidence around the edge going forward. And I think for playing myself, when I didn't really have that confidence and I lost the game due to that, it was really frustrating. But I'm sure he's, like you said, he's at the World Championship, so he's got another one to go for. And if he wins that one, he will not be thinking about this tournament.
Dink over the top. Hez's starting to showcase his quality here. 6-1 up. Incredible from Hez's. As for Alihan Lyon, the Champions League semi-final will go to his name. $30,000. And still plenty more opportunities to lift silverware this season with the biggest tournament of the year. He will have his eyes on the prize, and this, they say, you learn best from the losses.
And I think Alian will be really upset because I thought he might have favoured that matchup against Anders in the final. But commiserations to him. But Hezes has booked himself a spot in the Champions League final up against the man himself, Anders Berggang.
Incredible from Hezes. He sets up a date with Anders in our Champions League grand final. And I know actually which way those fans are going to want to support. It is going to be a very, very Hezes heavy crowd here in Budapest. Your Champions League grand final, Como versus Hellas Verona. Anders Vergang taking on Hezes. Coming right up.
Did you work it out?
How you have not guessed it?
The answer is Switzerland.
This is Chris. He plays EAFC on PlayStation tournaments, winning FC points, cash prizes, and even a few exclusive experiences easily. But how? On his PS5, Chris launched EAFC, found PlayStation tournaments, and registered. It's that easy. New tournaments daily. Win avatars, FC points, and more. Compete, win, and claim your prizes today on PlayStation tournaments.
PlayStation.
Stage is set.
This is what he does.
You're right. Qatar Airways, official airline partner of the UEFA Champions League.
This is the UEFA Champions League Challenge, presented by PlayStation Tournaments. 4 contenders are vying for a €1,000 grand prize here in Budapest. Who will win on the same stage as our ECL finalists?
I'm really excited about being here in Budapest. My first tournament here, I'm gonna do well. I'm confident.
Any chance for me to play in these tournaments, it's the best.
Puede haber sorpresas en cada competición.
My name is Dylan Russo. I come from California in the US, and my gamer tag is Adidas FC.
Hola, soy Kevin Alcalá Cepeda, soy de Monterrey, Nuevo León, México, y mi gamer tag es Kevin-Cepeda07.
My name is Luis. I'm a guy from Melilla, with city in the south of Spain. My in-game name is Lieta10.
Hi, my name is Hugo. I came from Malaga, a city from Spain, and my name is Hugo the King 07.
I think I have great chances to win this tournament. You win games by scoring goals, so I think that the one who attacks better is the one who is going to win.
Mi estilo de juego es más un poquito más a posesiones largas y dominar más el partido.
I just love playing in tournaments, competing, and proving I'm the best. That's what it's all about for me. So.
This is the start of the PlayStation UEFA Champions League Challenge.
First 2 games against Kevin, I feel that I couldn't play really good. At the end, I could win both games really calm, not too wide result, but good.
Siento que si hubiera tenido un poquito más de calma en el partido y lo hubiera sacado a la victoria.
Showing the level that he's also playing at, and maybe.
And each Champions League semi-final will go to his...
Not guessed. The answer is Switzerland.